Alrighty, gamers, welcome in to Retro Time. Now, I'm gonna do something for like the first part of the stream, so give me a few seconds here. Um, I wow, what? Never mind. What's going on here? Yeah, give me 1 second here because I gotta do something real quick. New channel. Alright, so I gotta pop this out too. I'm running a little behind because I had to do something right before I popped in here, so alright, there we go. So now, alright, the first part of the show is gonna consist this laundry bag back here. Hold on. That's my laundry bag. I left it back there. That's why there's a bag inside of a bag. It's laundry. Alright. So, first thing I'm gonna do here today. Good morning, Nintendo. Yeah, get that. Because that'll be it's still cool to have. I have all of them too. I have them from the I have them for the Nintendo Switch back there when I bought the copies of them. So I have almost all of them right now. I really wish they would have brought out a physical copy of all the games instead. Cause you know for a fact those files are way too small to be those files are way too small to add it onto or they're way too small. You can add them onto a whole cartridge. Legacy Collection 2.0, ZX Legacy Collection, Battle Network Legacy Collection. Battle Network's the only one I still need, and that's the one I'm curious if it has the two sets of games on it. Where do you get them from? Because I know I don't ever see them on a Nintendo eShop, so they gotta be somewhere. Huh? I've never really browsed. I didn't know the arcade ones existed, but you download them to this free thing called Capcom Arcade Stadium. Huh. I'll have to look into that all because I didn't know I didn't even know that existed. I'll eventually get around to doing that. I didn't know that. I still gotta get through the Mega Man games. I'm still trying to beat Skyward Sword to be honest. That last boss battle is just difficult, and I'm hoping I can beat it here in the near future. Well, I know I'll be able to beat it in the near future. It's just how long it's gonna take me is the real problem. I hate playing Skyward Sword on with the Joy Cons because they literally make the game difficult for recalibrating and all that. So it has to be recalibrated and sometimes you're waving the controller around and you hit the buttons on it and all that. So yeah, okay. All right. So I'm gonna check something before I get started here. I'm gonna see what chapter I'm on before I start reading this. Alright. So it looks like we're on chapter 9 and 10. Or after 9 and 10. I hear Zero ZX game had maps like Metroid Prime. Yeah, the ZX. Don't play the ZX. Well, play the ZX one if you really want to know, but ZX is not very, very good. The two ZX games are not very good. They have, they have a connection back, but it's like the connection was not as great as it should have been. I don't know what they were doing with it. I still played through them all, and I know what they're about, but like they're still like they're different, man. They're different in a way like I didn't even I like I mean, I played them enough to get through them and figure out what they were about, but I really really didn't enjoy them like I thought I would cuz somebody told me they weren't going to be too great. So, and I played through both of them, and ZX Advent wasn't as great as it should have been. Huh, I didn't know that. I have to get back into playing Mega Man. It's been a little bit yet, but all right, thank you. So I'm gonna record this first part, and then we'll get into actually doing the rest of the news. So, all right, everybody, welcome in. Nosaj Ttimmed. I'm Nosaj Ttimmed, and we're gonna get into chapters. Let me see. 11 and 12. All right, so let's get into it. All right, the Tower of Babel. Now, the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plan in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used bricks instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, with a city that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, "If as one the Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language they had begun to do this, then then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse the language so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from from there over all the earth. They stopped building the city. This was why they called Babel, because their Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole world, earth. So yeah, the Lord made everybody's language separate because the fact that everybody was speaking the whole language. He basically came down and said, "All right." He basically came down and said, I'm going to make languages for everybody, so everybody can't speak the same language." So, all right, 1 second. Let me check back. So, from Shem to Abram. This is the account of Shem's family line. 2 years the flood when 2 years after the flood, when Shem was 100 years old, he became the father of Arphaxad, and he became father of Arphaxad. Shem lived 500 years old and had other sons and daughters. When Arphaxad had lived 35 years, he became the father of Shalem. And after he became the father of Shelah, Arphaxad lived 403 years old and had other sons and daughters. When Shelah had lived 30 years, he became the father of Eber. And after he became the father of Eber, Shelah lived 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Eber had lived 34 years, he became the father of Peguel. And after he became the father of Peguel, Eber lived 430 years and had other sons and daughters. When Peguel had lived 30 years, he became father to Reu. And after he became the father of Reu, Peguel lived 209 years and had other sons and daughters. When Reu had lived 30 years, he became the father of Sherug. And after he became the father of Sherug, Reu lived 207 years and had other sons and daughters. When Sherug had lived 30 years, he became the father of Naro. And after he became the father of Naro, Sherug lived 200 years and had other sons and daughters. When Naro lived 29 years, he became the father of Terah, and after he became the father of Terah, Naro lived 119 years and had other sons and daughters. After Terah had lived 70 years, he became father of Abraham and Nara and Naran. So that was the family line of Shem into Abram. So, yeah, that just explains how many people were in between everybody before Abram became the next actual, like, I want to say this became the next actual big part of the Bible, and that's why this is important. So that's why they were like transitioning like that. So Abram's family. This is the account of Terah's family line. Terah became the father of Abram. Narah and Haran, and Haran became the father of Lot. While his father, Terah, was still alive, Haran lived in Ur of the Chaldean, in the land of his birth. Abram, and Nora both married the name of Abram's wife was Sarah, and the name of Nora's wife was Sarah, and there was Melech. She was the daughter of Narah and the father of both of Melech and Ishik. Now Sarah was childless because she was not able to conceive. Terah took his son Abram, his grandson, to Lot's son of Haranah, and daughter-in-law of Sarah, the wife of his son Abram, And together they set out from Ur of Chelan to go to Canaan. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. Terah lived 205 years, and he died in Haran. So there was more to that family line apparently. That was into Abraham. So during Abraham's time, there was this like whole time frame of like his whole like family line going on at that point. So we're into chapter 12 right now. The call of Abraham. The Lord had said to Abraham. So it's Abraham. Sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. The Lord's call to Abraham. The Lord said to Abraham, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your names great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all people on earth will be blessed through you." So basically, um, God's stating that if you go around and curse somebody, um, he will curse the person that curses people. So that's basically what he's saying right there, which is wild. So Abraham went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he set out to Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. And they arrived there. Abram traveled through the land as far as the site of the great tree of Morah and Shemek. At the time of the Canaanites were in the land, the Lord appeared to Abraham and said to the Lord offspring, "I will give this land." So he built an altar there to the Lord and who had appeared to him. From there he went on toward the hills east of Bethel and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. Then Abraham set out to continued towards the Negev. So basically Abraham was like, okay, now I really have to follow the Lord's rules and all that, so I'm not being cursed by the Lord. So that's why he did all that stuff, and that's why he praises the Lord the way he does. And that's why, like, when I'm like reading the Bible or anything, I do suggest like, you know, reading it, of course, but you're gonna get blessed because you're speaking the words, you're speaking the word of the Lord into the world. So Abraham in Egypt. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down to Egypt to live there for a while because famine was severe. As as he as he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife, "Sarai, I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Then they will kill me. But will you but will let you live, sorry. Say you are my sister, so that I will be treated well for the sake and my wife and my life. We'll be separated because of you. When Abraham came to Egypt, the Egyptians saw that Sarai was very beautiful. The woman the and when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and she was taken into the palace. He treated Abram well for the sake, and Abram acquired sheep and cattle, male and female, donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. But the Lord inflicted serious disease on Pharaoh and his household because of Abraham's wife Sarai. So Pharaoh summoned Abraham. "What have you done to me?" he said. "Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister? So that I took her to be my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her, then go." Then Pharaoh ordered. Then him. Pharaoh gave orders about Abraham to his men, and they sent him on his way with his wife and everything he had. So basically, at that point, the Lord, like, basically, he's like, "I'm gonna make you guys sick because I don't want you touching Abraham's wife." So, and what Abraham did was kind of tricky, and you know, that's usually what happens when really when God doesn't want you doing something, he'll let you know. Something will happen, and you'll just know it's not supposed to happen. So that's why you take these little things you see here and there throughout the day. If something bad happens to you after you've done something, it's a lesson to be taught. It's a lesson to be learned from. It's it's a lesson to be learned from. Um, to sit there and understand, and to sit there and try to take in. But the reason it happened so greatly with Abraham is because Abraham was you know blessed by God tenfold, beyond tenfold, and Abraham was blessed so much that when the Pharaoh, the king, went to touch God's wife, he punished Pharaoh because God, he God saw that it was unfair. So that's why the message behind this is don't go doing things that are completely unnecessary to other people, even if you think they deserve it. Because sometimes you might be looking at something wrong, and what happens? You'll get punished eventually. I've watched people have stupid things happen in front of me already, and trust me, I'm always like, don't do stuff like that because that's the sign. That's the example and the sign of the Lord telling you, hey, don't don't mess with them. Don't mess with. He's just asking, like, you know, yeah, the Lord works in a series. The Lord works in some really awesome ways, and you have to believe it. You have to know the Lord is there. You have to praise Him. You have to read His Word, stuff like that. And that's why I started doing this for you guys and all that. So hoping this does good for the world. Hoping people take into consideration certain things a little bit more and stop being very selfish, because when it comes down to it, Pharaoh was a selfish human being. And now look, we have we had Pharaoh get a disease all because he didn't know that was Abram's wife. So, and that's what happens when you're in the graces of the Lord, you mess up. You get punished. um, but yeah, that's about it for this. I'll be doing more next time. So until next time, guys, take it easy, and I'll be seeing you next time. Also, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and also, I'm confused right now. I'm still trying to wake up. So, yes. Also, if you did like this, hit that notification bell to get more from me, and I'll be seeing you next time. Take it easy, and God bless you. Alright, so now we can get into the gaming news. I wanted to do that because I try to keep both things. This while the stream was going on, I felt like it was beneficial for me to do all that. So, um, tomorrow I'll be reading more chapters on the stream. I gotta get myself used to it, so like a little bit thrown off by that today. So let me pull up something here that's video game related, video game news related. All right. So looking at everything, we got a whole bunch of news on GTA 6 as soon as I pull it up. Um, Hold on. That's interesting. All right. GTA 6 being followed by a long-awaited Rockstar Games sequel. With fans impatiently awaiting the arrival of Grand Theft Auto 6, one insider has hinted at Rockstar's following project, which may just be a long-awaited sequel. It's it seems like forever ago we were all playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time, and that is somewhere close to the truth. Considering it has been over 10 years since Rockstar released the classic title, even long ago than that. However, was Bully, which was released back in 2006. The open-world action-adventure game by Rockstar told the story of a mischievous schoolboy as he navigates the life in the worst school around Bullworth Academy. This with a busy day of standing up to the bullies, getting picked on by teachers, playing pranks, and trying to get the girl. You have a busy schedule as 15-year-old Jimmy Hopkins. Now just a few years away from Bully's 20th anniversary, one insider believes Bully 2 could be the next project for Rockstar after Grand Theft Auto 6. He is finally done and dusted. The inside Tez 2 reveals Bully 2 was shelved after 2 years of development. Between 2008 and 2010, it would have been featured the honor system found in Red Dead Redemption, and the map would have been 3 times the size of the original. Additionally, every building would have been open to explore. Until then, Rockstar fans have to do what they do best and wait. However, the Grand Theft Auto 6 reportedly began being the studio's main project. It could be a while before we see Bully 2. In related news, the GTA 6 release date may be slipping further and further away. After rumors that we would get a release date back in October as a result, many fans believed we won't see an announcement until at least 2024, with the game itself hopefully arriving in 2025. However, with no confirmation, Rockstar, we have to take all the humor with a pinch of salt. So, yeah, looks like they might be working on something outside of Grand Theft Auto, at the same time as Grand Theft Auto 6. So this could be why exactly we're waiting so long for the new Grand Theft Auto game to come out. So, give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something here. All right. So yeah, it looks like we're waiting on. It looks like they may be working on something behind this. I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on another bull. If they're working on Bully too, because I never played Bully, but Rockstar has a very limited amount of games right now. Um, hold on, let me see. So Rockstar makes 47 games. Okay, so all right. So I remember Max Payne. They stopped making Max Payne. I didn't know they were Rockstar, so I want to see what else they got here. So Grand Theft Auto, Midnight Club. I remember Manhunt. They make like they make the games that like have gambling. I feel like Wild Metal. I don't know what that is. Thrasher. So they make a lot of like these games based around the idea of like um sort of not really a legal activity, but like let's just say like it's like games based kind of around the idea of like I want to say mafia like gambling kind of stuff. I don't know why they took this route, but it it's that's pretty much the way this looks to me because like a lot of this is like it's a lot of very like a lot of very like a lot of stuff like that from what it seems like. There's a vibe here that you can look at. You can just see that looks very similar to all the other games, and you can just see by looking at this what type of games they make and all that. Because when you look at it, Grand Theft Auto is their like main lead competitor. But I remember playing Max Payne. Max Payne wasn't bad. Max Payne was more of a story about a guy who lost everything, sort of like, kind of like a John Wick, but not like John Wick at the same time. And if Rockstar was to pull a game off like John Wick, I'd probably end up wanting to play that because that would be just a badass game, you know. So they like trying to do games. Some of them aren't on vigilante. Some of them aren't. They should make games based on vigilantes, like not superhero vigilantes, but like they should make a Boondock Saints game. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see stuff like that kind of stuff. It'd be really cool to see. Let's click this. I want to talk about this. All right. I agree. Metacritic reveals the 10 worst rated video games of 2023. What game is that? Asgard's Wrath. See, that would be a cool game to play on Meta. You know, that's the whole reason right there I'd want to play. But who knows if the game is actually like that? But that game right there is a solid game I want to say play. So if you were to simply take Legend of Zelda and put it in VR and make it a first-person game, a lot of people would love that. Like as for me, I'd want to play that. And we have a game very much like that, but it would be cooler to be inside the character Link to play and fight, get an endorphin, all that. Like so that way, like you can enjoy the game from a different standpoint instead of where we've always been at, which is the third person view. So, all right. But that's just my take on what the video game industry could do to soup up the Legend of Zelda and stuff like that. Like, you could literally go in and make the Ocarina of Time, remake the Ocarina of Time in VR, and everybody would freaking love that because that's just Ocarina of Time, and that was one of the best video games of the N64 era. So, all right. All right, we've already looked at the best Xbox games according to Metacritic 2023. And you've also given us your official pure Xbox game of the year. So it's time to look at the absolute worst titles of the past 12 months as well. This is where things get a little strange, as Metacritic only categorizes games in this way if they receive at least 7 professional reviews, which means the likes of the Walking Dead Destinies and Skull Rise of Kong don't actually make the cut, despite being incredibly low rated titles across the platform. So we'll give you the formal list, and then we'll tell you where those games would have ranked. So Gargoyles Remastered got a low rating like that? I was excited for that one. So these are the ratings of the game. So Gollum got like a really really low rating, which I'm not surprised. I heard that game was like very very horrible. But then again, there's people out there that could play it and absolutely love it. Like it just depends, but like, are you rating the game on like something? What are you rating the game on? And so far, when I rated games, I gave my lowest rating to Mega Man ZX Advent, which was a 7. Or no, not even a 7. I think it was like a 6. And it was because no, it was like really low. I gave it a pretty low score because I don't really like the game. I forget what I gave it, but I gave it a really low rating score because it just wasn't a game that I enjoyed. It just wasn't Mega Man. It was completely different compared to what Mega Man actually was. All right, if we added TWD Destiny Skull Rise of Kong and the day before into the mix, the list would look different. Very different. The worst game of 2023 would be the day before, which originally had an average of 15 before it was recently changed to TBD, followed by Skull Rise of Kong 2023 and TWD Destinies. In a year that has been so rich with amazing game experiences, it's actually been quite a shock how many poor games we've seen as well. Unfortunately, The Lord of the Rings Gollum was a disaster on a major scale of dialect entertainment and NACCON, with the former stepping down from the game development shortly after it was released. The same thing happened to the team behind the day before a few months later. So yeah, there was games they didn't add in here because it was a little too late, but yeah. Rise of Kong would definitely been there. I'm just surprised this one is a 49. All right, so all right, now we're back to normal. I gotta get myself used to what I'm doing right now, so that way I can actually go through the stream uh more streams. I gotta get myself used to that. So I'm not gonna be doing the Bible reading every single day, but I'm gonna do it a majority of the time. Like I'm gonna do it like 3 days a week here. And then Sunday, if you're not on my other channel, please go over there and follow me over there. Here, real quick, we'll pull that up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is my other channel right here. Um, wow, I'm almost at 400 right now. That's insane. But yeah, this is my other channel. So if you want to hear the Bible or anything like that, please go here. I'm doing this because it was something I felt like I should have done. I've been trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do here on YouTube for a while, and I'm not streaming from this channel, only if it's Bible related. But I'll be doing things on this channel in the future, like Sunday. I'll be having like a stream for like a church stream and things like that, and just try to bring the word of God into the world. And I already have people. If you look at the comment section on this thing, it's one of the worst things ever. Like, and I can't even. I'm not gonna go into it, but like, it just really, really is something that just the comments are kind of funny at times, but I try not to take them to heart because when you do take things like this to heart, you're gonna end up with like dealing with a lot of like drama on top of it, and with the amount of with the amount of comments I'm receiving just for a video and a short, I'm not letting things bother me anymore because unfortunately, we have to go through life like that where we're not bothered by stuff, even faced by the negativity. Like, and when I look at them, I just know that like they have stopped in to listen. So what are you doing stopping in to listen if what are you doing stopping in to listen if you're not having like if you don't believe in that kind of stuff is what I'm saying. But it always happens and God always brings people in. So we have to look at it that way. Um Give me a moment. So I got so much going on here today. I am having so much. There's so many notifications going on my phone. Now, give me a second. I'm gonna check some things real quick. Let's go back to Game Rant real quick. Right. So it's that. Oh my, where? Oh, right here. Alrighty, so let's get back to what I'm doing here. Alright. Gamer makes nostalgic Baldur's Gate discovery. Alright. Epic Games Store confirms free mystery gift for December 26th. The Epic Games Store continues its mystery game promotion by revealing its free game for December 26th. Human Resource Machine Epic Games Store users will have the next 24 hours to claim the title. Unlike the typical week-to-week reveal and releases, EGS usually puts on. Thus far, it so I'm just reading through it. I'm not even thinking about it. Like it's like, all right. Epic Game Store users will have the next 24 hours to claim the title, unlike the typical week-to-week reveal and release EGS usually puts on. So, I never used to like straight black coffee, but I'm okay with it right now. I didn't even put sugar in there today. That's how I'm getting used to it. No cream, no sugar. Thus far, it's safe to say that Epic Game Store's free holiday promo this year has been a huge success. Fans have been treated to some excellent titles such as Destiny 2, Fallout 3, Ghostwire Tokyo, and even a handful of smaller titles like Malvor Idol. Epic Game Store even gave out the Outer Worlds alongside its DLC for Christmas Day. I missed that one because that is a game I wanted to play, the Outer Worlds, for Christmas Day. So, but now fans have until December 27th at 10 a.m. to claim free latest mystery gift. I kind of want to go and check this out. I had trouble with the Epic Game Store app before, but I might just go and check this out because you know what? Why the heck not? They gave out Ghostwire Tokyo and other great titles, so I mean, I wonder what they have today. Human Resource Machines is a puzzle programming game developed by the same creator of God of World of Goo and Little Inferno. Its gameplay loop revolves around automating a new puzzle at each level, and each puzzle clear results in a promotion. Those who have no programming experience in the world will see it simplified, whereas there are extra challenges for anyone wanting to put their skills to the test. Destiny 2 Legacy Collection, DNF Duel. Did I really? So Ghostwire Tokyo was yesterday. Man, that would have been a nice one to have because that is. I heard a lot of great things about that game. I'm mad I missed out on that. So, Outer Worlds Spacer Choice Edition, December 25th through December 26th. Human Resource Machine, December 27th through December 20th. All right. So, I might actually go and check this out because I definitely want to try to get my hands on this at least and download this because this game right here was one I wanted to play for a while and I have yet to do so. So I feel like downloading it on a PC and having it, if they're giving it out like that, is going to be like a plus for me. I hope that you can just go and download it. All right. Fans can expect a new mystery game tomorrow and for the next few days as Epic Games Store's mystery promo should last until the new year at the very least. While Human Resource Machine is on the smaller end, it remains to be seen if the promotion continues to focus more on bigger AAA games or if more traditionally sized games for the service will make more appearance as the holiday dwindles down. Of course, there's still New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to consider, but many eyes are on 2024 and new games coming to the Epic Game Store now. Either way, a free game is a free game. Exactly. A free game is a free game, and you know, especially Outer Worlds. All right. So we got like a few more minutes. I'll read one more story to you guys, and then I'll get out of here. So the stream was a bit different today, and I hope this works out in the future. But today was just the beginning of many of the things I'm gonna start doing here. This channel is going to probably change a little bit due to the fact that like my channel over on my other channel has been like killing it. So I want to like let's read this. So I want to try to keep this vibe going. I have on a Bible reading channel, and I want to try to bring some of that over here and try to like try to get this channel to be more to be better than it is right now. And I think I'm going to try to I'm going to try to do this here as much as possible, but not every single day. But I want to try to upload the Bible as much as possible to the other channel, so that way I can keep the vibe going on this channel at least a little bit. Hoping things change up here soon. Um, and if anything, I might just go back to maybe doing one stream for this for YouTube and try to make it easier on myself. Even though Kick has really been doing great for me, and Kick is up to 40 some subscribers now, which is shocking to see that I have that many subscribers right now on Kick too. So my whole channel and system has been picking up, and it's been doing great. If the game I want to see the gaming channel really grow, so I need to find something that's gonna make it grow, and I'm gonna try to upload shorts as much as possible. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing yet. For this channel, and I'm hoping this channel is able and capable of picking up here soon, because this channel has been at a screeching halt. It's been getting subscribers little by little, but it's not even picking up traction like the other channels. So Insomniac devs had heated meeting with Sony during Spider-Man 2 development. All right, so let's see what this was all about. In a recent discussion, developers of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac Games revealed that there was a heated discussion with Sony at one point during the development cycle of the game. Although Marvel's Spider-Man 2 did end up delivering on expectation, this suggests that the path to success was fraught with challenges for developers. Despite all the heroics, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ended up being edged out at the Game Awards by the likes of Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2. While it did get nominated for a whopping 7 awards, not many would have expected that one of the most critically acclaimed games of the year would not even win one accolade. To make things even worse, Insomniac Games was also subject to a cyber attack in mid-December, resulting in leak of confidential information about the developer's upcoming project. The fact that a playable build of a highly anticipated Marvel's Wolverine was leaked online speaks volume about the severity of the leak. In an interview with Insomniac Games CEO Ted Price and Senior Creator Director Brian Intedhar, also as part of the IAS Game Makers Notebook podcast, Intira shed light on the hardship of the developers faced during the later half of Marvel Spider-Man 2. Development has stated that at one point the team thought that it would be able to meet the expected quality standards, which resulted in a heated discussion with Sony producers clarifying that by hated, he was referring more to a sense of frustration than an argumentative discussion. And Tahir added that the interaction with Sony led to an emotional outburst from him. So this guy right here, apparently he had a breakdown in front of Sony, and it's both of these people, you know, had a problem with Sony. I don't know. I just feel like Insomniac Games is good, but this just goes to show you that like getting an award means a lot to people. But at the same time, you shouldn't make an award about your game. Look, if I make a game and I don't get an award, but the game's still selling very well, I'm gonna look at it like this. That whole like award show is just rigged and set up. They don't really care about anything outside of the games that they like. And you know, and I look at it this way. If your game suffered and it didn't get an award, it's because, one of two things. It wasn't put in the right place, or there was just something there that you need to sit there and look at, and you need to take into consideration, because a lot of people did buy the game. But it looks to me like this really like did something to them, and it should be speaking volume, but like it's not. They're taking it the wrong way, and they're getting mad about it, and they're going to Sony with anger behind them, and just taking it out on people. And it just really seems like, it really seems like there's something there that they need to rethink about, because you can't blame the company you're working for not getting an award. Because unfortunately, Sony, if you look at Sony right now, Sony is in a very, very bad position. Sony is like, they just keep having stuff happen to them. And it's pretty bad to see, but I'm waiting for more like drama coming in and doing something with Sony. I'm waiting for the drama to just come in and take a hit to Sony. It's weird. This whole like past few weeks have been extremely weird, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but that's why I just read the Bible here today, so I could like release some good godly energy, or good holy energy, into the video game community, because that's the only way to make this happen, is to intertwine both and just bring peace to the video game industry, because right now the video game industry is suffering tremendously. And if we can get it blessed by God, we might stop having stuff like this happen. Just saying that. So, continuing to outline the steps taken to steer the project back on course, the creative director revealed that he had to take a step back and objectify the goals, evaluating how various parts impacted the pillar of the game and how they could be recreated with minimal work. Tahir shared that he formulated the recovery plan on a napkin while others were engaged in discussion on a Zoom call. Following his emotion response, it was the napkin stretch that reignited the momentum of the project, setting things back in motion. While the development process might have been tumultuous for Insomniac Games, the studio rose to the occasion and once again set a benchmark for superhero games by delivering yet another masterpiece. Fans were quick to retrace back to the incident where the voice actor of Venom, Tony Todd, had revealed that a staggering proportion of dialogue was cut from the game, stating that it might possibly be that there was more to Venom's arc in Marvel Spider-Man than what players witnessed in the final build. That being said, with Insomniac Games already working on a standalone Venom game, fans won't be too downhearted about the possibly cut content. What they could do is they could release it in DLC, and then people would really, really like that. But that's just my thoughts on it. You know, if you feel like you missed something out and you built other stuff for the story, then maybe you should release that as DLC, like like you did with Miles Morales. Just wanted to say that. But all right, that's it for today. If you did enjoy this here, and you did show up to listen to the Bible and all that, you're more than welcome to come back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing the Bible tomorrow. I might. But I'm getting ahead of like where my shorts are right now. And if I don't do it tomorrow, then I'll do it in the future. I just want to try to get as much out there as possible and try to keep that vibe going. Having 3 days off, I might actually just make it into a full video for the other channel and then upload it there. But I think I'm gonna go re-record what I did today. So that way I can just try to like read it clear, because when I woke up, I wasn't fully awake when I first stepped on stream, and I was like struggling to read it. So at least I got it out here. But I'm gonna go back and read it again, and I'm gonna have a better version of that video. So also, please subscribe to the channels. I'm looking for you guys to subscribe. This is a very blessed time of the year for me. Very appreciative and very, very, proud and happy that people are stopping in to my streams and everything. And I'm hoping 2024 is a good year for me. I'm hoping 2024 is the year things really pick up for me and things change for me. You can only endure things so much, and with me reading the Bible and praising to God, I'm praying for a better 2024 in general, because right now, man, 2024 in general, right now, we're on the edge of going into 2024, and I want to keep that spirit alive. I want to keep that Holy Spirit alive. I want to keep the Spirit of God alive, and I want to bring the Spirit of God into the video game community, make it a better place, and all in all, make the Holy Spirit just present itself to all of us in a way that we didn't even see possible. So and I think I'm going to also throw a video up today, a video game related video up on the Bible reading channel. So Nosaj Ttimmed, go there, follow that. There's going to be a Zelda video related to what I'm talking about here. And I'm not saying Zelda is the Bible, but I'm gonna point out references to metaphorical Bible references to. I might do that. I might take a segment where I point out Bible references on my other channel, just to show you guys that there is some similarities there. So but all right, there you have it. And I'll have a video up here on my gaming channel today, something Super Mario Bros. Wonder related. So if you're looking forward to any video today, it's gonna be that. So all right, guys, take it easy and have a wonderful day, and God bless. And read your Bibles or play games. Don't let yourself get in trouble on the internet or argue with people. All right?